Hey, how you doing? I'm going to test the voltage on my battery here. My battery light came on the other day. First thing I'm going to do is switch my voltage meter here to 12 volts, and that'll let me test this battery. Now this battery is going to want to test out anywhere above 12.5 volts. Okay, and what I got here is 12.55, so that's telling me the battery's probably good. Now what I have done already is I've tested this, and I've cleaned up my terminals already, so I know that my connections here are good, my battery's good now. And what I also tried is I started it and I pulled off the cable. As soon as I pulled it off, found out that the truck would die, and what that signals to me is that my alternator is not charging. And so what I'll be doing now is I'll be taking the alternator out, and I'm going to be taking a look at it to see what it's like for a rebuild. Alright, but we'll do that on the next video. Okay, what I've done so far is I've taken the negative battery cable off here. I've checked my battery, I've cleaned my terminals. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3/8 ratchet here. I inserted it into the hole of the tensioner of the pulley, and what I'm going to do is pull up, and I'm going to release the tension a little bit on the belt, and then I'm going to slip the belt past the alternator and release this here on the tension. Put that up out of the way. What that does now is that gives me a little better access to my alternator to see what I'm going to actually need to do to get this bugger loose. Now what it's looking like to me is I have a 9/16 through bolt down there, down at the bottom here, and that one doesn't look like a 9/16. Let me see. Looks maybe more like a 1/2 inch maybe. I'll grab the old 1/2 inch wrench and we'll loosen that one up. And here we go. Now that one's loose. Take that one out. It's a 1/2 inch bolt that's holding in my alternator. My alternator looks like a 95 amp 3G, and I know that because, well, I'll go over that when I get this thing out and on the bench. I'm going to pull these loose, and I still have to undo my electrical connections, but I can't even see those right now, so I'm just trying to get her loose where I can move her around and get to her. And I'll continue to pull this bolt out. It's pretty long, has a lot of threads. Feels like it's loosening up there, so that usually means I'm getting to the end of the threads. And she's out. There's the other one. I'll play that right next to the other one there. And that has majorly loosened up my alternator here, allowing me to reach around here and get to the plug. There's a plug in the back, and there is also the battery connection, and I'll be removing those in just a second. Allow me to get a skinny screwdriver. I'm sliding the screwdriver down in here so I can get this plug out. Wonder how much play I got in here if I can get this all the way out. Work on it up here where I can maybe see it. Now, what you got to remember is I've already taken the ground off of the disconnected my battery here, and you know what, I might as well disconnect the rest of it, just be on the safe side. It's not going to kill me. Do the positive side as well. Now, the only thing I have left is this little piece in the back here, which is right there. And that looks to be 7/16 or so. And I will, nope, that's more like 3/8.